First thing that was evident for me that if we were really going to build the next level finance team, that we had to find a way to bring a lot more automation in and get real-time data. It is no value to our team if everything we're reporting is a month old. The speed at which the company scales and grows, we need data insights that are almost near real time. And with Excel, we could do that, but we would have to hire a lot more people, and that just wasn't going to happen. And so we knew we had to have a platform that A, allowed the end users to get in there, create their budgets, and then B, see real-time feedback to know where they were actually spending, and so where they could adjust. And so when we started looking at all the platforms, there were some out there that I think could have accomplished that, but they were way too complex. And so we needed a product that could really grow with us. And that's when we researched. Ultimately, it came down to Abacum was the one that met all of our criteria. I think the simplest one is just kind of if you look at the composition of the team. So, we've been between 5 and 6 people. And before, it took about a person and a half full time to do all of this process. We're to the point now where it's taking somebody about half their time to manage that. And in managing it, it's not as much of a doing the data. It's more in reaching out and having touch points with those budget owners. And so really where we've gone is from a person and a half that was really doing spreadsheets and doing tagging of data and things like that, to now we're to essentially a half a person, but what they're really doing is driving value and insights and helping collaborate with the different teams. Finance is always one of the smallest teams. I think the product org would love to say like, hey, we save 10% of people on this type of task, and we've been able to reallocate them to all these other things. Finance team, it's not a huge savings for our people wise, but I think the insights that we're delivering, it's helped us minimize a resource that we don't have, because we don't have a lot of people to just crunch spreadsheets. And so now we don't need to have that resource. And then the limited resources we do have, we're able to reallocate those to say, hey, how do we get out there and drive these data-driven decisions across the company? Any high-growth company, the reality is resources are scarce. If you went to any of our department and said, hey, how much headcount do you want? Everybody would tell you twice as much as we can actually hire. And so we have to be laser focused on what headcount we hire. And most of that is around sales and R&D. Those are the two organizations that really we have to allocate the most resources to. So for us, it's not a matter of could I go out and hire more people to increase the complexity of the reporting we produce. The reality is we don't get them. We have to prioritize what reporting we do provide. And our organization does not have as many insights at their fingertips. And best case, we get through it and we do fine. Worst case is we misallocate resources. We don't have the data we need to correct soon enough, and we fail. And so I don't think it's a how else could we build this, because in our reality, we don't have unlimited resources. And so for us, it's a matter of if we did not have Abacum, we would just not be able to provide as much insights and analytics. And when it comes down to it, the thing that Abacum is allowing us to do is focus on the important things, not on the reporting, because that is the most minimal value we add to the company. So I think that was really the power for me of working with a company who is truly dedicated to the problem that we're trying to solve, which is delivering financial insights in a user-friendly way to non-financial users. But what I've seen is every iteration y'all do on your platform, it continues to get simpler and simpler and simpler. And so as someone who's saying, hey, I'm investing in a platform that we're just not going to change willy-nilly, that we're committing to, I would much rather have a platform that I know can do it all and that y'all are developing to make it simpler, rather than have a platform that's simple but I can't do what I need. And so for us, that is a kind of a perfect place to be, and knowing that you're going to continue to focus on the simplicity of it, but the power is there for us right now. And that's the kudos to Abacum. Y'all helped make sure we could do what we needed with our modeling in your platform, and y'all were able to do that.